After I graduated from Fresno State, I had an opportunity to begin teaching at Sunnyside High School. I was one of the first faculty there when the school opened in 1999, and had an incredible experience at Sunnyside. But these students, some of them were struggling, and they would struggle to even get to school on a consistent basis. And what really was burdensome for me was that what our students were experiencing was coming from the neighborhood. So I wanted to really explore how we can move beyond the classroom into impacting the neighborhoods where our students are growing up. So I got into real estate and started connecting real estate with church, and wanted to understand the way in which church can potentially have an impact upon its community. The idea of family for us is really at the center of our community. And so even at our church, that's a core tenet. It's not just a core tenet of our society, it's also a core tenet of our faith. It's to understand the church as family, and that's the extent of our relationship, but rather we are deeply invested in each other's lives, and that is transformative. So when we moved in the neighborhood, as I shared earlier, I was directing a nonprofit. One of the things that we were doing is we were taking over, continuing the work of tutoring in the neighborhood, but tutoring out of familial spaces, so tutoring out of our homes. And so we had different locations throughout the neighborhood where we would provide tutoring on different days of the week for the neighborhood children. When you invest in your neighborhood, it really is something that catches on like wildfire, and others begin to realize that a community, even if it once was known as the Devil's Triangle, is a community worth investing in, and every neighborhood in our city is worthy of that investment. Really, we wanted to plant and establish a church where literally everyone was welcome. So one of the stories that we tell often about kind of the beginnings of On-Ramps was across the street from where we are right now. There are some yellow apartments, and these apartments are for the independent living mentally ill. And so one of the guys that lived there when we first moved in, one of our neighbors, his name was Charlie Mack. And Charlie was he liked to dance, he was a great dancer. But Charlie also had cirrhosis of the liver. And so when you talk to Charlie, if you weren't dancing with him, he would sometimes vomit in the middle of your conversation. And so when we planted On-Ramps, we wanted to make sure that On-Ramps was a place where Charlie would always be welcome. And it's a place where you could park your shopping cart and it would be secure. It's a place where you could park your Mercedes-Benz. It's a place where you could vomit on the floor and no one would really have a fit about it. Literally at On-Ramps, we have people who are PhDs sitting next to people who pitched a tent last night. And that's exactly who On-Ramps is and who we always intended for it to be.